Hello friends, welcome back to our channel Tech India. This is session 14 for the series Actual Exam Questions for AWS Cloud Practitioner exam. So let's start with question number 66 of this series. Which AWS service is a key value database that provides a sub-millisecond latency on a large scale? Here are the options. Amazon DynamoDB, option B, Amazon Aurora, option C, Amazon Document DB with MongoDB compatibility, option D, Amazon Neptune. So take your time to guess the correct one. Okay, now let me reveal the correct answer. Correct answer here will be option A, Amazon DynamoDB, because this is a key value and document database that provides single digit millisecond latency at any scale. It is a fully managed NoSQL database service designed for application that require consistent single digit millisecond latency regardless of the volume of request. And here also it is already explaining that the requirement is on a large scale. So option A is correct here. But what about Amazon Aurora? Amazon Aurora is a MySQL and PostgreSQL compatible relational database that offers high performance and availability while it provides low latency reads, but it is not specifically designed for key value database. This is another requirement of the question. So this is not correct. Otherwise, it is able to meet the millisecond latency requirement, but it is not able to meet this one. So this is incorrect. Now, Amazon Document DB. So this is also a fully managed document database service that is compatible with MongoDB. It is designed for applications that work with JSON-like documents. So this is also not compatible because here key value database is requirement. So it is not correct. Now Amazon Neptune. It is a graph database service that support graph model. So it is also not correct here. So option A is correct here. Now question number 67. A company is deploying a machine learning research project that will require a lot of compute power over several months. The machine learning job do not need to run at specific times. Which Amazon EC2 instance purchasing option will meet these requirements at the lowest cost? Option A, on-demand instances. Option B, spot instances. Option C, reserved instances. Option D, dedicated instances. So first thing, here you can see lowest cost, right? However, it will run several months, but it is not required to run at specific times, right? So these are the keywords. Just by looking at these words, you should be able to answer. Take your time. Okay, now let me reveal the correct answer. Correct answer here will be option B, sport instances, because this is the instance which is there at the lowest price. So this is the correct answer. And it is meeting the requirement of the question as well, because it is not required to run at specific times. Cost will be lowest. That's it. Nothing else. On-demand instances are not the cheapest option. So this is wrong. Reserved instance. Firstly, it is not asked to run for a longer time. Secondly, it is not required to run all the time. So this is not the correct answer. Dedicated instances, it is not cheaper at all. So option B is only correct one here. Now question number 68. Which AWS service or feature provide disaster recovery solution for Amazon EC2 instances? Here are the options. EC2 reserved instance. Option B, Amazon machine images, that is AMIs. Option C, Amazon EBS snapshots. Option D, AWS Shield. Option E, Amazon Guard Duty. Take your time to guess this one, but you should be able to answer because it is simply asking Amazon EC2 instances disaster recovery solution. So, what is the disaster recovery solution? It is simply the backup of the instance. Okay, now let me reveal the correct answer. Correct answer here is option B, EC2 Amazon images AMIs, and option C, Amazon EBS snapshots. Because here it is simply asking for disaster recovery solution. So that could be possible from the EC2 instance backup. And backup could be taken in two forms, either AMIs or EBS snapshots. That's it. In case of EC2 reserved instance, you will be able to save the prices or cost. And you are giving commitment, that is fine. But AWS will not be able to give commitment, but it will be possible to run all the times and if you will be able to recover. This is just for the cost saving purpose. That's it. So this will not be helpful. AWS Shield, you may have already heard most of the times on this channel itself. This is for DDoS attack, right? Amazon Guard Duty. This is for safeguarding your account from malicious activities. So this is also not correct. Now question number 69. Which AWS service provide command line access to AWS tools and resources directly from a browser? Try to understand the question. It is asking which AWS service command line access to AWS tools and resources. It is something which should be answered by you even without looking at the options. But yeah, still I'm revealing that options. AWS Cloud HSM, option B, AWS Cloud Shell, option C, Amazon Workspaces, option D, AWS Cloud Map. Even if you do not know about these options, still you should be able to answer it because AWS Cloud Shell, you may have access the console. There is something like this. So this is Cloud Shell. And if you click on this, you will be able to run any command line, AWS instance describe, and like even to deploy the resources, you can use this Cloud Shell. With the help of Cloud Shell, you can verify which all instances are supported by any particular availability zone. So this is helpful in a lot of tasks. So option B is correct here. Now question number 70. A network engineer need to build a hybrid cloud architecture connecting on-premises network to the AWS cloud using AWS Direct Connect. The company has a few VPCs in a single AWS region and expect to increase the number of VPCs to 100 over time. Which AWS service or feature should the engineer use to simplify and scale this connectivity as the VPC increase in number? Here are the options. VPC endpoints. Option B, AWS Transit Gateway. Option C, Amazon Route 53. Option D, AWS Secret Manager. Actually, this is a good question, so you should try to answer it. Take your time to guess this one. Okay, now let me reveal the correct answer. Option B, AWS Transit Gateway. This will be the correct answer here because this is a service which enables the customer to connect multiple Amazon VPCs and on-premises network through a central hub. Ultimately, it simplifies connectivity and routing between VPCs and making it easier to scale as the number of VPCs increase. And with the AWS Transit Gateway, network engineer can manage the connectivity centrally, making it a suitable solution for the scenario where multiple VPCs need to connect to on-premises network. So this is satisfying all the requirement of the question. So this is absolutely correct answer. And what about VPC endpoints? You must have heard about this term multiple times, but this is not the correct answer because it enables private connectivity between your VPC and supported AWS services. So connectivity will be there from VPC, but to the AWS services, not to the on-premises, right? So this is not correct answer. Route 53 is DNS service, so this is not correct option. And AWS Secret Manager is not the correct answer because it is a service for managing sensitive informations such as APIs, password, database credentials, and all. This is not for any network configuration and all. So friends, this was all in this video. Thanks for watching this video. Please do subscribe this channel, Tech India.